threesome at EDC, and it wasn't with my boyfriend. My boyfriend's actually pretty insecure and kind of ugly, but honestly he has money, so I look past those things. I told him that I needed to go change my shoes back at camp, and on the way back I found these really two hot guys, and I told them that honestly my boyfriend doesn't even f***ing that good, and if they were down to go have a threesome. And I mean, what else would they say? Of course they were down, and honestly it made my EDC experience so magical.
Now, before I get into this, I like calling things like this out, so I'm just going to say it out the gate. I'm pretty positive. I'm like 99% positive this is fake. I'm positive this is not real. And I'm not even going to drag it and get into why it's not real, but it doesn't matter because a lot of things similar to this go on. I mean, I actually know a situation that is very recent in real life in my area. Like crazy shit. I might even speak on it in a video, might not. But let me paint a picture for you. Let me not even paint a picture. Let me show you some pictures. This is basically one of the biggest festivals for electronic dance music. Thousands of people are there, and women are wearing barely nothing and a lot of glitter and all that stuff. So the concubines are out in full effect. The STDs are floating through the air. You can see the lineup on the screen of artists. I have no clue who they are at all. You see how lit it is. It's just a tremendous amount of space, a tremendous amount of people, and they are going nuts. And guess what they are doing? They are having a lot of casual sex. If you remember, the herpes rate at Coachella was like crazy. I don't know how they ended up reporting that, but it was ridiculous. So this is a similar event, so there's going to be a lot of substances and fornication and things of that nature. So when you look at a story like this, it's not too hard to believe that something like that would happen, because you think to yourself, how do you come across three guys and then that quick, just that quick, that conversation comes up to where you get to talking about meat and you get to talking about how much you love being a carnivore. But in a situation like this, when you know there's a lot of women who are down for casual intercourse, yeah, you can be bold, especially when it's this many people, because she either gonna accept you or reject you, and you move on to the next one. It's not something to where you're gonna build up a reputation or something like that. No, it's a bunch of dudes out here trying to get the same thing, and it's thousands of y'all. So yeah, people are trying to get it in. Now, this is the funny thing about this. Look at the women that I put on the screen in this picture and then in the last pictures and stuff like that. It's so funny because when you look at something like 1953, 77 or whatever, you're not going to see chicks just out dressed like this. Like just crazy, and then just in one place having insane amounts of casual sex. 70s possibly at Woodstock, but I doubt the Woodstock went as hard as some of these festivals will be going on today. And I'm talking strictly from a banging standpoint, strictly from smashing standpoint. This is the funny thing I'm getting to though. So you see all this activity going on. It's crazy. They left town, they went to Vegas to have this trip where they just dress in these, just really revealing clothes and stuff like that, and get banged by however many dudes, right? These chicks be the chicks who y'all end up marrying. When you get that chick from out of town, she's not from here, and oh, she's so cool, and she just sucks your dick so bomb, and it's like, oh, she's just so cool, and she don't got no history here, but you don't know what she did in her hometown. You don't know what her reputation is anywhere else because she just been out here for 8 months. It's that, like, bruh, if you don't have a way of checking her past, like, that type of shit is probably in there. And I'm not gonna go deep, but you ask, like, why does that matter? Why does the past matter? Well, it matters. We not gonna do the whole pair bonding stuff, because even though it's true, I'm just gonna give it to you straight. Women who have a lot of sexual partners are damaged. They are desensitized. This is the thing, man. Like, I know this stuff when it comes to 304s, man. And when you see a lot of these dudes in relationships with chicks who be wildin', why is that? Why is that? If you go and look at the foundation, there's going to be a lot of reasons why a chick is a flagrant concubine. Just a flagrant meat taste tester. And this is the thing, there's always going to be a root, and the root is going to be in some type of discrepancy as far as a relationship with the father, or it's going to be linked to some sexual trauma or something of that nature. You're not going to know that unless she opens up. You're just not. So some damage is already there. But then after that, you have all the other influences, the Meg Thee Stallions and all that stuff. You know, for certain generations, it was Trina. For certain generations, it was Lil' Kim. You know, for the white women in the 80s, it was Madonna. And just to keep it short, if she is used, because the damage that I mentioned is already there, and that's the thing that propels them to have a lot of sex partners and things like that, and to be a meat taste tester. But if she has went a long time having so many different dudes, experiencing so many different flavors of guys, and she is just so independent and she don't need a guy, and she could get another guy at the drop of the dime, and she's used to messing with multiple guys and stuff like that. Chicks think that they can really turn it off. That's what they love to think. But what the truth is once it's on, and once you've seen that side, you can always go back to that other side. Your dude acting up, you don't like the situation for whatever reason, it's going to be easier for those types of women to go out and cheat because they are already accustomed to having multiple sex partners at the same time anyway. They are already accustomed to not being loyal to one guy. Now, I'm not a heavy advocate for virgins or anything like that, but just to contrast that, if you get into problems with a virgin or something like that, that you ended up marrying and all that stuff, like, it's not going to be the same way. She's not going to be compelled to go out and get another piece of meat. She's not going to be compelled to do that. She's not going to be compelled to find another guy while she's with you. And let's just pretend that she absolutely is compelled. Who do you think it's going to be easier for? Who do you think is going to be less nervous? Who do you think is going to be more experienced at surfing the meat market? Is it going to be the woman who has practiced promiscuity since her teen years and has just been having casual sex all crazy, et cetera, et cetera? So we already know that. But let's reel it back just a little bit. There be a lot of weenie dudes, and you want to make sure that you're not one of those weenie dudes who knows what a chick got going on, who knows. You see the signs. You see the signs. This chick is a raging concubine. And what do you want to do? You know, you hitting or whatever. She trying to hit you with that, oh yeah, you bae and all this stuff. And you really lock in with this chick. Like, you really lock in with her. You really boyfriend, girlfriend. That's really your woman. You really her man. Some of y'all even get married to these chicks. Think about Joe Smith. Joe Smith went and married an adult film star. And with him doing that, he expected loyalty. He made $61 million during his NBA career. But guess what? He had 3,000 to his name, and his wife decided to turn to Lonely Fans. That's what she decided to do. And it just got worse after that moment of her putting up that video of her getting caught up being on that site. So guess what? If you had a woman who wasn't into anything like that, and y'all got married in the early 2000s or the 90s or whatever, and y'all 50 something, y'all in y'all 50s, bro, and you down bad on your luck, no regular chick from the 90s is good, like just a regular white bread babe, she's not going to get, one of those types of sites. She's not going to get on that website. Absolutely not. But this chick made a career out of doing that stuff. So it was easy as ever for her to get back to her old ways. But this is the thing. She should have never been cuffed in the first place. Just keeping it all the way honest, keeping it all the way real. So with that being said, he made a crucial mistake, and that's what happened with him. So the whole moral of this video is, listen, man, you got to vet your chicks. Don't be a weenie. Even, and this is the thing, him even going to something like that with his girl, that's a tremendous L. He really messed up on that one. That was a horrible decision, and she made some horrible decisions. So please put a like on the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Subscribe if you're new here. I'm out.